Hello, I'm Marie. I've worked for Double Diamond Hill Ranch for a little over a year. I do a lot of different things, but this is probably my most favorite. Probably that and trail rides. That's pretty fun too. But this is Ranger. We've been working together for the last couple weeks of these. If you guys don't remember or have not been watching, he really used to drag on the halter pressure quite a bit, and it used to really drive me crazy because I would be going out to catch horses, and usually I catch at least 2 at a time. I'm not brave enough for 3, so don't judge. I usually always catch 2 at a time, and with him I would be like dragging him behind me, like fighting him the whole way. And it was really tiring trying to walk with him. And so the first lesson that we did was yielding to halter pressure, giving to that halter pressure. So I would pull forward. See how he's still I'm kind of standing in front of him a little bit. Good boy. Okay, he even started walking on that one. So I would pull and he would kind of just stand there for a second, just like he did now, but it was like a lot more work to get him to go. Like that time I barely had to pull him. So we worked on that first, then we transitioned to leading beside, what's called leading beside. And this is where you teach your horse to walk beside you. So if I'm walking along, like if we're walking right now, I want my shoulder to be where this blue string is, if you can see it. So I want my shoulder to be where this blue string is and him walking and matching my pace beside me. So he caught on actually pretty quick the time that we did that, and I have been continuously trying to get students and myself to have him walk next to us instead of dragging behind, and he's done much, much better. He's been doing really good. Is it perfect? No, but haven't been asking for perfection. We don't really work on it, like to the T work on it. It's just when I'm catching him or putting him back, doing anything where I'm walking next to him, I'm just trying to get him to walk beside me. This is honestly probably the best way for him to learn, just because then he's getting it every single day in a realistic manner. But obviously we'd like him to be more refined, but it comes with time. And it's not always something that we have. So we have him set up today. So we're going to do leading beside still. We're gonna try and practice on doing sharper corners. And I'm gonna try it on the other side because I have not done the other side, which you should always do both sides. Normally, we always lead from our horse's left side. They are on our right side. This is more so tradition. People that show, they lead from the left, so you get your horse really good from the left. Well, what if my right arm is broken? I don't know, I can't lead from the left. I want to be able to lead my horse from the other side. I want to be able to do things with my horse on the other side and not when I'm in a pickle to have to then teach him. I already want him to know. So we're going to work on doing the other side as well as trying to get him to trot up next to us and match my pace on that. So we got his string set up. It's probably a little bit, not in the middle of his neck. Probably could go down just a hair, but. So now the string is in the middle of his neck. I have his lead rope, his halter, my handy stick. And so I'm going to put my elbow on this clip, grab my lead rope. This is how much space I need to hold away from him because my arms are short, so I'm gonna have a shorter space. I'm gonna make sure to hold my stick in my hand like I'm shaking somebody's hand, shaking my stick. It's going to be pointed forward because if he gets ahead of me for whatever reason, I can tap this in front of his nose and ask him to slow down that way instead of slowing my body down, because I wanna continue what I'm asking in the time that we're working and not change what I'm asking in the middle of what we're working on. The secondary reason is we're gonna flip our arm back and tap like this to get him to go faster beside us. The reason why we flip our arm back is because we have more leverage, and then we're not having to like flip the stick. I've gotten okay at flipping this, but I do tend to drop it. So we're not flipping our stick back and forth. Naturally, you'd want to hold it like this, but then it's like I have to flip it and then ask, and it's lagging on my ask then. So for him to slow down, to get in front of his nose. So I'm gonna apologize if I'm winded, because when I jog, I'm gonna be winded. I'm having to jog next to a horse. He's got a bigger stride than me, so I'm a small human. So we're going to have the wall always in between, or my horse always in between the wall and myself. So we're gonna start off to the left. So I'm gonna lean my body forward, point my fist forward, tap my stick. There we go. He moved, so I'm gonna relieve that pressure. We're going to walk around the arena. There's this bridge here, so he doesn't really like the bridge, so we'll see how he does. There we go. So it's kind of in the way, but I couldn't lift it, so thus it stays. So we're walking around. He's already walking energetically beside me. I'm not doing my fast-paced walk, but he's doing a really good job at staying beside me. And so this goes to show like what we've been working on has been working. And so now I'm gonna turn my head over. He has to kind of pick up his pace to come around me. So I'm gonna turn my head and look at something across the arena, get him around me. There we go. And get him going straight again with me. So these are doing our inside turns, right? Inside, I'm on the inside. So turn my head and get him to go around me. And it doesn't have to be drill sergeant turns. It can be kind of curvature turns. Like I'm not trying to like, see, look, he's doing a good job. So the reason why we're going to turn our head and look and turn our shoulders so we keep our pace and like where we're going more straight. And then as we turn our shoulders, our horse is going to know to walk with us. I keep having to kind of pull him just a little bit through those turns, and he's gotten a little lagging on my side. Now he's up against, or up beside me again. So I'm gonna turn my head, turn my shoulders, ask him. He has been learning this pretty quickly, which, you know, is good, because this to me is very useful. I hate having to pull my horse around, so it's nice that he is walking beside me with energy. So now we're gonna see if he'll stop beside me. It's okay, we'll go around in a circle and we'll try it again. I want him up next to me before I stop. There we go. So his stops definitely could use some work. He kind of is lackadaisical on those, but we haven't worked on that specifically. My main goal was to get him to walk faster beside me. And I would say that's pretty accomplished. So we're gonna switch sides and switch it up on him, because now this is a new side of his brain. So it's gonna be like teaching him over again. So just gonna break it down like we did on the other side. I'm gonna lean forward, point my fist, tap, and that new side, he's like, oh my goodness, you're tapping me on this side. I'm going the wrong way, I just realized. So we're gonna cut this corner. And now I'm gonna cut to the right. Those cinder blocks are kind of in the way. So holding my stick up, he's kind of hesitant in this corner. So I didn't make my turn quite as nice as I was going to. Oh, the shadows are messing with him, I think, on this side. Looking at the camera. The camera's not following me. I thought I programmed it to, but apparently I'm not. I didn't. So I'm gonna look outside. Go over my shoulder. I got after him that time because the last two times we've turned, he has been lagging behind me, but he's doing pretty good at being next to me. That one was much better. And so I'm not looking back when I have to tap him. Oh, that was pretty good. I'm not looking back when I'm going to go tap him because he's hesitant of the bridge. He is already, I know where he's at. He's to the left of me. I don't have to look at where his bum is. He gets a little hesitant by the camera, I think is what it is. Let's see how he is right here. And then he's gonna be distracted by the opening. So now there we go. He's kind of, there we go. That's the first time I've ever had to do that to him, so he's like, I don't know what to do. He's kind of bobbing and weaving now, that's all right. I just kind of tapped him like away, and now he's like nervous, so I'm gonna try and tap in front of his nose, there we go. He's pretty soft, so when I tap in front of his nose, I think I'm doing it a little too aggressive, because if you could see, oh, good job, buddy. That's not what we're working on, but I'm proud of you for doing that. So when I'm tapping in front of his nose, he's stopping. So I gotta make my pressure just a little bit softer. He's kind of like leaking away from me here, but I don't have a wall, so I have no choice. Now he's walking a little too quick, so I'm just gonna place my stick. He's not doing anything. Tap, 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 tap. He's not doing anything still, so now we're gonna do a circle. He's having a moment, and that's all right. This side's different. He's seeming to have like a lot of energy for whatever reason. I'm gonna lean forward a little bit more. There we go. He's kind of getting, see how he's getting kind of himself wound up? So I'm just gonna keep my body language nice and relaxed. Okay, we're gonna go by the camera. He's been weird by the camera. So I'm gonna look over, try and get him to turn. There we go. He's kind of walking a little quicker. He's getting nervous. So I'm gonna look over, get him to turn. So this is where I know he's been getting more nervous. So I'm gonna keep my body language nice and relaxed. Keep walking with him. If I still want him to walk up with me, there we go. That was better. Okay, this is the second part. You can see him kind of speeding up a little bit. I'm not gonna get after him too bad because I don't want to micromanage him. And I like that he's walking with a fast pace, so we're gonna turn. I gave him the lightest, softest tap I could because I knew he was gonna be a little bit more anxious on that end. And I'm trying to keep my stick down towards the ground, so I'm not giving him any cues. So he's kind of getting too far ahead of me, so now I'm gonna do a circle. And then we're gonna turn. There we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is practice some outside turns. Instead of doing this regular box, we're gonna turn to the center. And this is something he hasn't done, so let's see how he does. So he's walking kind of too far ahead of me, so I'm gonna have to circle him around. So now I'm gonna look over my shoulder. There you go. Good boy. It's kind of an S shape, but that's okay. So now we're gonna have to do more outside turns. So I'm gonna look over my shoulder. Good boy. He's getting ahead of me, see that? So I'm gonna use my stick, slow him down. Good boy. You don't have to stop. Okay, so now I'm gonna try and do another left turn. So I'm gonna look over, tap. Good boy. He's really ahead of me though, so because he can get ahead of me with that turn. He keeps stopping, so let's try another left hand turn. We're gonna turn him again. We're gonna do a right hand turn, get him back behind me. go, that one was better. So I put my hands up to give pressure towards his face. There we go. Thought about tapping him, but I realized that I didn't ask with my halter and lead rope first. So I took it away, even though I had already clucked, to see if he would get it. He got it pretty good, but I messed up on that one. So I'm gonna tap. There you go. I'm gonna try not to raise my stick because I keep raising my stick every time. That's not necessary. So we're gonna go to the left. There you go. Okay, we're gonna go to the left. So when I turn to the left and I'm doing an outside turn, he has to slow down to let me kind of come around him. Good boy. They're not sharp, they're not perfect, but they're not bad. Well, he's pretty soft with this. Like I was saying, I didn't have to use my stick, and I was. So it was unnecessary. So let's see if he'll stop. Nope. Okay, we'll turn him around. He's gonna turn around me. We're gonna walk a couple steps, and then we're gonna try it again.